On Arts and Acts this morning, we've got something very special for you. Back in 2016, the husband and wife duo behind the Bergamot, Jillian Speece and Nathaniel Hoff, aware of the vast divide forming in America, decided to take to the road, visiting all 50 states and performing over 250 shows, bearing the message of unity. And they were able to document their journey in their new documentary, State of the Unity. Let's take a look.
This was just two musicians with a car, a guitar, and their voices, believing that there was something better out in the world and that we could somehow pull that out by showing the ultimate vulnerability of going in a car and asking people to sign it and going from state to state with no grand plan other than to bring people together in a very divided year.
They won several awards at film festivals all over the country, and recently they found out that they may be taking home one of the most prestigious awards in filmmaking, the Academy Award. And joining us live this morning are Jillian Speece and Nathaniel Hoff from the Bergamot. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, how y'all feeling?
We're feeling great.
Yeah, feeling great. We've made our rounds this year. We've been busy, a lot of miles.
Oh yeah, I can only imagine. Like, you started this journey way back in 2016. How are you feeling now that the film is out? People have been seeing it. You've been getting a really warm response. How's it all feeling right now?
It's pretty incredible to think that we went from, in our apartment in New York City with a cell phone together, and now we are here. We've gone to film festivals. We won grand jury awards. We got a distribution deal. The film's out on Apple TV, Amazon. I mean, it's an incredible journey, and now to have this run with an FYC campaign with the Academy for the Oscars, it's been a journey of a lifetime. We're excited for what comes next.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And so what drove you to start this project?
Yeah, so we were touring all the time, and in 2015 we could sense that there was a divide happening in our country, and we thought, well, we don't have much, but even though we're independents, there's got to be something we can do to bring people together. So Nathaniel had this idea that came to him about taking our car and inviting people to sign it with their message of unity and peace, and just using our voices and music as a catalyst to bring people together during a very divided year. And as we've seen over all these years, we've gotten more polarized. So we really believe that a small group of dedicated people can change the world, and that it's time for all of us to rise up in peace and unity and really project the vision we want of the world out there, and really just stand for goodness, because we need kindness now more than ever.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And part of that was also playing, you said, over 250 shows on
Yeah.
your website, and this was over a period of 8 months, and just
Yep.
doing some rough mental math, that's more than one show a day.
Yes.
In some cases.
Yeah,
That
some
way.
cases. Yeah, I mean, it would be cases where we would show up to South Carolina, we would jump on top of the car, people would come, they would sign, they would interact, they would talk, they would ask questions, we would engage, and then we'd have a performance that night, whether it be a house show or a venue show. It just kind of depended, but we were willing to go to places that, a lot of musicians these days aren't willing to. I think a lot of people think of musicians in tour buses with, being waited on hand and foot. We were out there trying to meet the country where they were at, trying to share our music and also bring them into the process of making the State of the Unity, which was, learning that it's not a shared narrative of a future, but a narrative of a shared future, a future in which we have to hold space and empathy for each other in our differences in order to go forward. Just like the car went forward, we have to go forward as a country in order to stay competitive, in order to stay engaged. And it's super important that people across the spectrum are seeing this message and engaging.
Yeah. And one of the things, again, you've been getting a warm reception. You've gotten some awards from film festivals.
Yes.
Recently it was announced that you were potentially eligible for not one, not two,
Yeah,
3
yes.
Oscars.
Yeah.
What was that like, hearing the news?
So hearing the news that we're Oscar eligible in 3 categories, in the song, in the soundtrack, and in the film, was life-changing. We did a 4-year consideration campaign over the last month. We flew from New York, Chicago, Nashville, Los Angeles. And even though we just found out that we are no longer eligible, they just released a short list.
no.
And unfortunately we didn't make it, but we have really, really exciting news, because we talk a lot about how we're independently strong, and we were up against Barbie, The Little Mermaid, and we're indie. And so we really believe that we need independent voices now more than ever. So I'm going to let you tell him what we're about to do.
We're about to start making another film, a sequel to State of the Unity in 2024, where we go out and film, and we're going to start with the same basic premise that independent voices have to continue to be told, as a way to lift up independent voices. And so this is our time to go out and to start the sequel of State of the Unity.
Awesome. So I imagine this is still pretty early yet.
Yes.
There's people who want to help you out. Are you going to do any crowdfunding, or what's that looking like?
So we actually partnered up with an incredible nonprofit called Creative Visions out of Malibu, California. So people can donate to that and they can get a tax deduction. So you can find that information on our website, thebergamot.com and stateoftheunity.com. And so we're just really excited to bring these messages of unity and peace forward and give people tangible solutions on how to be a light bearer and a torch bearer in their local communities across America. We're going to be lifting up independent heroes who are literally bridging the divides. And that's what we're really excited about. Can't wait to make this next sequel.
And the most exciting thing is that people can watch State of the Unity right now and kind of get a bird's eye view into what it is that what we're doing. And so this campaign that we're doing, because we are independent, we're starting from nothing, you know, and sleeping in our cars. This journey that we're on now is to get the film out into the world and also continue to make another film. And I think as independents, we have to stay, you know, diversified in what we do. And this is our way to contribute and also bring awareness to the film.
Yes, absolutely. And you did mention that it's available on Amazon and Apple. Where else can people watch State of the Unity?
Oh my goodness.
Comcast.
Comcast, Dish. There's a whole list on stateoftheunity.com that you can check out. But we're just really excited to bring this message of peace forward during a time in our world where we need it more than ever.
All right. And since you are musicians, I do have to ask, do you have any local shows coming up by any chance?
Ooh.
If people want to catch you live?
We will definitely be back here in April. So check out our website, thebergamot.com, for those show announcements, which will happen at the top of the year.
And definitely keep an eye out for new music. 2024 is going to be the year of music. 2025, hopefully the return with another film. And so stay tuned, a lot going on.
Awesome. And you at home, if you want to get a taste of the Bergamot, we have got a clip right here.
December, I love you, my dear. I know it's been a long year, but let me tell you this. Just remember this December.
right, that was awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you both for coming out here this morning. We really appreciate it.
Thanks for
Is there
having
any-
us.
Yes. Is there anything else you'd like to add before we go?
Come see us in 2024. Big
And-
things happening.
And shine on, everyone. Be the change you wish to see in the world. It's very important that we all rise up.
Absolutely. Jillian, Nathaniel, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.